Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Aayan Mirza. I'm in grade 6 and I go to Ahmed Elementary School. Today I will be showing you my Abdus science fair project. So let's begin. So we'll start off with the purpose. So the purpose of this project is to find out how mirrors reflect on each other and create illusions. So I'll be trying to find how it works and how all of these illusions come together. So this is why we're attempting to create an infinity mirror today. So my hypothesis is that when I turn on the LED lights on the box, then the light will bounce off the two mirrors, then the light will reflect each other and create more illusions of each other. So it'll look like it never ends and will also have a lot of depth. So now I'll be stating the materials for this project. So the first one is a 1 meter LED light strip, and the second thing is an 8 by 10.5 inch box. You can choose the material, so it could be cardboard or anything you desire. And the third one is an 8 by 10.5 inch plexiglass and a reflective mirror. So these are the measurements that I use. You can use any measurement you want. So it depends on the size of the mirror that you would like. So now I'm going to just be doing a brief description of how all this works. So it starts off when the LED lights turn on. So basically when the light turns on, it goes straight to the reflective mirror and it bounces off from there and goes to the plexiglass, which is a transparent glass. So then it keeps bouncing off each other, and when it does, it reflects each other. So it looks like there's more of the mirror, and it keeps reflecting and reflecting, and it keeps going on and on. However, if you realize that when I show you the experiment, that it will start to get dimmer and dimmer when it starts to progress. So this is because every time the light hits the plexiglass, some of the light escapes. So when the light escapes, each time it has to reflect each other and make a new illusion, then it's really dim. That's why when you'll notice that when I show you the experiment, that at the end it'll just be pure darkness. Now we'll be talking about the procedure. So first you can take this box and cut the base of the box, and you can use any sharp tool or an X-Acto knife, whatever you have at home. The next step is to attach your reflective mirror over at the back of the box. You can use whatever you want to attach it. Then you have to attach your LED lights to the LED light strips to the 4 sides of the box inside. You can do it especially in the middle. If your LED lights are too long, then you can do a second row as well. So make sure to put them on securely so they don't fall off. So the next step is optional. It depends. If you have a wireless one, then you don't have to do this. If you have a LED light strip with wires, then you can do this step. So what I did is that I just cut a hole near the LED lights. So then where it ends, I just passed the wire through that hole and plugged it in. So the final step to make this project is to just attach the plexiglass to the remaining side, which is the front. So now we are going to be conducting this experiment and to see if it actually works. Okay, now let's look at the variable and controls. So the problem that I had is actually at the beginning of the project. I actually decided to switch the mirrors around. So instead of plexiglass being at the front, it was at the back, and so on with the reflective mirror. So when I turn on the LED lights, then the reflection was very weak and it wasn't that visible. So after a brief observation, then I realized that I could switch around the mirrors. So that should help. So when I did that, it actually worked much better. When I turned on the lights, it was much more visible and you could see many illusions. Now I'll start with the conclusion. As you had seen earlier, when I turned on the LED lights, the reflections onto each other made an illusion of an infinite mirror. So the mirror, it kept going on and it looked like it never ended. So this also concludes that my hypothesis was accurate, because in there I stated earlier that it would look like it never ended and the light would reflect on each other, and also it would look like it had a very long depth even though it was only a few inches wide. So this marks the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Jazakallah.